even in relation to Krishna, there are 3 types of desires. One is a desire where you want to experience him. Oh, it would be so nice if he and I had an affair. He's so handsome, so good looking. Kubja, the desire of Kubja in Mathura. You know, she was this bent woman who used to make sandal paste for Kamsa, the king. And one day she saw Krishna on the road. And she was carrying the sandalwood paste for the king. But when she saw him, she was all bent and crooked. Her body was hunched. But when she saw him, she fell immediately in love with him. My God, who's this handsome boy? And she immediately took that paste and put it on his foot. And he touched her and she became all right. And it is believed that in the Ram's Leela, she was Shrupnaka. There is a belief that in this life, like he had promised everybody who had a carnal desire for him, let me come back in the next life. I'll take care of all your needs. Not in this life. So even Shrupnaga, who comes back at Kubja, was able to consort with him. But this is Sadharan Rati. It rises and it falls. Then there is the Samanjas Rati. Here there is love with a sense of mindness, like the queens of Dwarka. So they were married to Krishna, no? So they said, there is great love, but he's a husband. He's our husband. I have a claim on him. So that is Samanjas Rati. And then there is Samartha Rati, that love which thoroughly controls Krishna. He is absolutely, nothing can control Krishna, but these illiterate milkmaids of Vrindavan, they have him, you know, he is the one who holds the Sudarshan Chakra, no? And he can chop off everybody's head. But in their little fingers, they are making him dance. They have so much power. And they completely and thoroughly control Krishna due to their undivided, causeless nature of their love. It goes beyond every boundary of social restrictions and religious principles. No, we had that discussion. Why, if they were so great and they were actually all the rishis and all the scriptures who came as gopis, then why they gave up morality? So, that morality doesn't exist in Vrindavan. Because, like I said, they are cheating, they are doing all kinds of things, they are telling lies. They say, I'm going left to their mother-in-law, and they go right to meet this black boy. This is the journey of the Jivatma to the Paramatma. In that journey, every crooked little action is worth it. And the love of Radha and the Gopis is called as crooked as a snake. It's not a straight love. All this talk about dharma and all, they didn't follow any dharma. What dharma? Dharma? What's that? So, like in the Satyug, everybody was aligned. There was a time, dharma is a creation that happened much later. Initially, people used to live, there was something called Rita. Rita was the original way of life. Rita is the rhythm of nature, rhythm of the universe, the sacred pulse of the divine feminine. You know, how the planets are moving, how the seasons are coming. Like I was saying, the Kartik, this constellation at this time, this happens at that time, the moon is, you know, so how the worship happens, how the seasons change, and how people live according to that. Everybody was beautifully aligned and lived in absolute rhythm with the rhythm of the universe. Then as the yugas were turning, slowly people began to lose that rhythm. And they went into unrighteous ways. And they started to do things which were not in consonance. Today in Kali Yuga, with its intensity, we have totally lost that rhythm. The lights are on till late in the night, and we wake up late in the morning, and the first thing we do is drink a cup of coffee to wake us up, and then say, oh God, I have to go to office, whatever it is. So it's a totally line with life of no rhythm. So because of that, a system had to be created, and that system is dharma. No, in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Krishna gave that whole discourse about dharma. But you don't need it when people are living. So these in Vrindavan exists in a state of purity. You don't need stuff like that. You don't need rules and regulations. So if you say, "Oh, you unchaste woman, you have left your husband a note and you are consorting with another man outside in the forest," how unchaste is that? So why would she, who has an opportunity to unite with Paramatma, give it up for another Jivatma? It doesn't make sense. This is a very individual, personal journey, and those who know, they know. So they are the possessors of Samartha Rati, which is very, very, very precious and very, very difficult and very rare. No matter how much we try, it's not possible for us to hold this Rati. When I used to be with my guru in the ashram, all of us were wholeheartedly serving him. But then, if he laughed and spoke with some other woman and clapped his hands and said, "Ha ha ha," so something would happen to me. Why is smiling at her so much? He never even looked at me today, and here I am doing work all day and slaving for him, and he's not even looking at me. So, in a flash, all that Rati is out of the window. I do for you, so you must do for me. Till gradually it becomes, only you must do for me. So that's how it is in the normal world. We forget, we fall. But for them, it is never-ending state of constancy. And there are many types of bhakti, of love. There is Rati, then it graduates to Prem, Prem thickens to Sneh, Sneh transforms into Man, Man into Pranay, Pranay into Rag, Rag into Anurag, Bhav and Mahabhav. Attraction, love, affection, adverse feelings, intimacy, attachment, sub-attachment, ecstatic love, and sublime ecstatic love. So the last one, like I said in the morning, Mahabhav, that is not possible in the body of a Jivatma. It's a very exalted state of love. It is only Radharani who can hold this capacity of this love.